Hey guys, Nicole here with Green Onion Vintage. Welcome back to my channel. Right now I am standing in my antique booth at a store called My Treasure House. It's located right outside the St. Louis area, and I have two sides of the aisle here. So it's a lot of space to work with. If you've seen my antique booth tours before, you've seen my booth a few times, but we actually have a lot of new items right now. We've had a lot of sales recently as we're slowly starting to reopen and our quarantine's kind of ending. So we're having a lot of shoppers right now and a lot of turnover, which is really fun and exciting. I brought in 3 new pieces this evening that I'm going to show you as I hang them up. And I just actually posted the video of me making these 3 items. So if you want to see that process, I will link that video below. I literally just finished them up and then came right up here to tape this booth tour and to get those items in the shop for what I'm expecting to be a busy Saturday of shopping. So I'm going to go grab those items and hang them up on the wall, and then I'll walk you around my booth. Alright guys, this is going to be a fun tour for a lot of you because we have a ton of new items in here. I would say it's probably been maybe 3 weeks since my last antique store tour. Maybe not even that, but we've been so busy, like I said. We've had a lot of new items come in. So I'm going to go ahead and show you the ones that I just brought in that I just featured in my latest DIY video. First was this Home Sweet Home sign. I think that looks so pretty. That one I am selling here for $65. Just to give you an idea of how much these are going for. The bottom one is going for $70. That just came out really pretty. I have a different video making this sign that you guys can look back at. I'll put that in the comments also. And then this was the 3rd piece that I did in my most recent video. Kind of hard to see. Which is definitely my favorite. I just love how that came out. Okay, and then to get on with the full tour, we have had a few furniture sales. So we brought in this new washstand that's kind of painted this cute minty blue. So I just really love that, especially for spring. I think it looks so cute in like a little nursery or a little girl's room. And then we have this dresser that I've had here for quite a bit now. It's down to $135. It's got that gingham top. And I wanted to put my family sign up there because I actually used the same green for the top of that dresser and the back of that sign. And now I do this antique booth with my mom, and my dad also helps a lot too. And they actually made these ceiling tiles and framed them out in this old wood, and those just came out really cool. And then, I mean, they're very big. I think they're about 4 feet tall. So there's that one there, and then I'm gonna turn you kind of slowly. And there's a tin one on this side. So those are just a really awesome statement piece. Okay, but I'm gonna bring you back over here for a minute. Those wall hooks are pretty new. I'd say we've sold a lot of our smalls that used to live up on this buffet. I still have the screen door, which I also have a DIY video making this. Coming down, you might recognize this little princess dresser, but we actually took it home and repainted the sides, or just the frame of it. And that's $130 right now, and that just looks really cute. We have this waterfall buffet. And then just moving up to our front row here. Sorry, I know it's hard to get everything in one shot, but I'll just do a little bit at a time. So my mom had gotten a big load of old drawers from a barn recently and cleaned them up and painted them a lot of like fun accent colors. So I'm going to show you a few of those on the other side in a minute too. Got some copper down there. We got this old watering can. Still have my blue secretary desk, which I am really shocked this is still here. I just think it's super cute. The navy's really popular right now. So that's something I'm going to have to start thinking about maybe marking down. I have it at $160 right now. Got a few new old suitcases. New antique suitcases. And then this actually my mom just brought in today from an estate sale. It's just like an extra large size copper basin. It's $75, which is probably a really good deal because it's like a bigger size than normal. And that is really awesome. Yeah, I love that. This is actually the first time I've seen it. That's really cool. Let me try to step back so you can see a little bit more. If you have questions about anything or how I made anything, just let me know in the comments below. I'd happy to talk about that with you. I love all these signs together over here. Originally our booth space was actually, I didn't have this wall over here. That was not mine. That was a different sign maker. And then we actually just had this space. So in the 2 years we've been at this shop, we've expanded to include this wall space and then also this space across the aisle here. And it's kind of a constant business discussion of, especially with an antique business, of how much rent is too much in order to make a profit, because costs are pretty high in this type of business. Profits can be high too. It really just depends on the piece, and it really depends on your purchase price. I can find some really great deals at yard sales and estate sales, but if you don't get a good deal on your starting price, it's really hard to make a good profit. This is also really cool, and I'm just noticing this because this just came in today also from that same estate sale. It's like an oversized antique copper colander. That's beautiful. If there's anything that is my favorite copper piece, it is a colander. I think I just have one at home, but it's definitely one of my favorite things. Okay, so I think that's everything on this side. I'm going to turn you around slowly. Also new to the booth today is this yellow buffet that I painted. This is a piece that's not truly an antique. It was just very plain, and actually I talk about how I created this piece in that same DIY video that I just posted recently with those other 3 signs. So you can go find that if you want to hear about how I made this piece. You can see the before picture. That'll be linked in the description box below, because I really just love how this came out. It was in my house actually for several weeks, and I really thought I was going to keep it, but it just really didn't fit in the room that I had it. Oh, it's a little painful to see it here, but I know it'll go to a good home, I'm sure, and that someone else will love it. I think I have it, let's see, I think I'm starting it at 180. Yeah, yellow buffet, 180. Okay, and a few new items up here. Really though, we're pretty desperate right now to get shopping for our booth. We've had a lot of small sales, and it can just start to look kind of empty in here rather quickly. So we've definitely filled it back up a bit since our last video, where I was pretty nervous about our inventory being so low, but even with it being a little bit more full, I still see where there's kind of space for some smalls. Here are the drawers I was talking about, just using up some fun colors to create an accent piece. They really just look great on shelves as a way of storage. And let me see, they're only $8 for this large one, $18 for some of these with the hardware on them. Let's see price on that one. So anyway, just really cool, and I mean, a very similar price point to what you would get like at TJ Maxx or something, and that's not a true antique where these are. Now this piece I had in my last antique booth tour. I had just brought it in, and it's just a white hutch that I painted a linen white by General Finishes paint colors. My mom must have found that yellow scale up there. Just trying to see what else might be new. I think besides that tin piece, I think most of the things have been here. I have that marked down to 138. I think that is about it on this side. Alright guys, I think I'm going to let you go there. Not a ton to see, but definitely some new items, kind of freshened up the booth. And hopefully, just fingers crossed that things will start opening up again soon. We can get to some vintage markets safely. and just start getting back to normal. I don't know how fast that process is going to be, but that is the hope over here, that we can do that and do it safely. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe if you'd like to check out my next video. Try to do an antique booth tour about twice a month for you. And I really appreciate you watching. I will see you next time. Bye.